Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to start the video off a little bit different. Okay, so that way you'll know how I get my images, but this is the one that always advertises the earrings and whatnot. So this is where I get my little flowers for the flower video that I done the other day. And I just want this for the red, this for the red. I just want this for the orange. I'm going to cut these little balls out. I think I want this red shoe, this orange shoe, and you can probably figure out where I'm sort of going. And I'm picking this out for the image and the color, but not so much as my focal point. I'm going to just cut the red off of this, the red out of this, and I'm not going to cut around her hand. I'm just going to cut the square out and just lay it down, but it's the red that I'm going for, and I'm going to cut the orange, just the orange part out of this. I'm not going to be real fussy. I'm just going to, because it's really all this red and orange is going to be my background, but that way it will have texture. Okay, so I'm going to cut these out and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here we are. I proceeded to paint the front cover of this variety magazine. I've got some planned for it, but we'll do that a little bit later. But I've already started working on it because you probably have to put about 3 coats if you really want to cover it up, which I can still see it, but you know, this is going to be covered up. Okay, this is the one we done the other day. So I'm taking this page, you know, I cut out all my things that were red, so I laid it all out, and I actually drew around it so I would kind of know where I need to put my red images. And the lady that had the orange on, I've scrapped her to use her and maybe in another collage. But you know, all this right here is just kindly background. I wanted it to be visually appealing, but also background at the same time. Okay. See, I guess we can, let's see if we want to put anything at the bottom. Guess I probably need to stick this here. I'll cut this off in case I need to. Go ahead and stick that in the whole corner. I know everybody's probably heard about the Judds, and that is just so tragic. I was actually watching a little video on them a while ago, and it was so saddening, I guess, because, you know, I lost my mother. But I really didn't even know she was going through, I don't think I knew she was going through that mental illness. I may have heard something and I may have just forgotten about it as fast as I heard about it. But, I mean, I've struggled with depression for a while, and I am so glad I have my art to rely on. And, you know, I don't know where I'd be without my art. But I remember telling my friend one time that I was suffering from depression at one time, and she said, "What are you depressed about?" I said, "Well, it's not like that." I mean, she was just thinking that you're just depressed about something. Say, like, maybe you lost your dog and you were just depressed, and, you know, and you should just snap out of it. I said, "No, it's not like that. It's really a brain, I don't know the word I want to use, not a brain dysfunction, but a chemical imbalance is what I'm really trying to say. It's a chemical imbalance in the brain. And it's like you really can't help it." And I remember I would go to work and just, you know, sometimes cry uncontrollably. And I think I'm going to have to find some more red images to sprinkle around. I might use that. I see that, but I'm not sure about that. That's just, it's too bright. I kind of wanted something subdued. If I don't find anything red, I'll use this. You know, it's just background. Let's see, maybe I can use this. And I'm actually just working from the light coming in the window. Let's see, I don't know how much of this I really want, but I did want to try to save this picture in the middle. I think I'll turn it around so I'll already have a straight edge. See, I would actually want this to go behind that. And behind the shoe too, but I don't think. Hey, Jot, the one time I don't want you to cling on, you do. Okay. Let's glue her back down. And I guess to make matters worse for the Judd's, Mother's Day's coming up, and oh my God, that just makes it worse for everybody. Put my scissors up here and I lost them that fast. I got sidetracked. Just how terrible. But I was actually looking at a little video where she's reading out the Bible, or reading scripture from the Bible. Winona was, and oh God, it was just tearing me up. and Ashley used to, you know, look so vibrant. And she didn't even look vibrant up there on stage. It was so sad. Like I said, if I didn't have my collaging to rely on, I don't know where I would be. I mean, it's like I kind of, you know, it's sadistic to think about your mother, you know, every day can't get out the bed. Can't even get out the bed. And that is so sad. It's just so sad. I hope nobody has to go through that. And look what this says, my voice, my strength. That is so true what it is, my voice, my strength. And like I told my poor dog Nikki, that actually when my mother passed away, and I'll never forget this as long as I live, when my mother passed away, they had called me in the middle of the night. It was, I think it was around midnight. And my husband had picked up the phone, and you know, the lady had told me, and it's like I was expecting it, but just, I'm like, well, what do I do now? I mean, it's like, once again, I can't believe what I was just been told. I went back to the day when they told me that she was going to come live with you. And I really didn't know what to say. I mean, I had never been through that. And I had, you know, told my husband, he was in the kitchen about 20 feet from me. And I said, you know, I called my husband Babe. And I said, Babe, I said, my mother passed away. And our dog Nikki started crying. She started crying. And so, you know, I had, after I talked to the lady, I got up and said, we'll be on over. It was 12 midnight. I said, we'll be on over. And I had to go get ready. And I see my husband kneeling down in the floor in the hall. I said, what are you doing? And he said, Nikki is crying and she's leaving drops of tears all over the house. I said, what? I said, how does she know? And it's like she knew. I'll never forget that as long as I live. How did she know? But you know, when my mother came to live with us, Nikki was her dog. And Nikki was not my dog. Nikki was her dog. And on top of it all, I was thinking, it hadn't been too long my mom had got that dog. And I remember, you know, we had gotten our dog. And, you know, my mother fell in love with our dog. She says, I want a dog. I said, okay. So we proceeded to go find her a dog. Well, she got her dog probably a couple months after we did. And, so, you know, we would take our dog over there. We was over at her apartment about almost every night, because she would either cook for us or something, you know, because I'm pretty sure she was lonely during the day, because I was still working, my husband was working, and, you know, she really didn't have nobody to talk to. So she would cook, and we would go over there about every evening. And but anyway, our two dogs kinda was not getting along. And you know, I wouldn't say that they weren't biting each other, but, you know, Nikki was kind of a little bit bigger, and ours we had, you know, got from a puppy, and hers was a bigger puppy. She got hers from a pet store, but her dog was about 5-6 months older than our dog. So anyway, see if I remember where this goes. So, you know, when we got our dog, it was a little puppy. Plus, our dog was a runt, and her dog was not a runt. So, you know, her dog was a Shih Tzu. And, her dog was a Shih Tzu. And they said her dog was going to grow up to be big. And I thought, well, you know, they was both about the same size at the time, even though ours was just 6 weeks old, and hers was probably 2.5 months at that time. So, anyway, see, I got sidetracked on my collage here. Thank you, Jot, for not sticking at that time. I can laugh about my Jot glue not sticking. I guess if I ever get mad about sticking, just wait a week or so and it'll come back up. But anyway, I think this goes somewhere over here. Okay. Then, let's see. I have to be careful not to put down some of it, but not all of it. Now I've got my nose plumb runny. I think all that can go down. Okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be the you know, this is the variety, but I'll probably at times put a big head in here, but at least I can put bigger collages. Let's see. Okay, that's still up. I think I can go ahead and put the head down. Let's see. And I had this big old skirt. At least in this one I can, you know, the pages being bigger, I can get bigger things on here. Like when you see things in Variety magazine. I think I had this like kind of like this. Now I know now that she should have been lower. I might still put that up there. Okay. But, well, getting back to my story, my dog and my nose is just a running because I've been crying. But anyway, so anyway, I was really, I don't know if I was more sad for me or more sad for Nikki, because, you know, because I didn't think Nikki understood, but I knew my mother's last days were coming, and okay, so this lady's, let me get off the story a minute. So this lady's head was cut off here at the top. So I found this hair. So I guess this gives a whole new meaning to hairpiece. On another lady. So I cut her hair off to put on her. Because, you know, I did want it to be built up, and you do want it to look kind of funky. So, okay. I think my corners are coming up over here. And then I cut these eyes out. And, you know, on this side, I kind of went in and around, you know, not strategically every little last nook and cranny, but close. And on this side, I actually left it on. And I think it helps your eye to fall on the detail. And it don't distract from the hair, I don't think. And hang on, you guys, I've lost my little tray. Okay. It was the tray I had stuck up here. I'd put my 2 big images in. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. So, if you remember, I was talking about, you know, the jewelry. So, I think I may put something in her hair. And here's my dog over here sighing. She's always sighing. This is the one I'm talking about. And then I had the page with all the little balls on it. I thought I would use that on her dress. To give it a little visual interest. So if you guys can see the top, it probably went up a little bit over the top. Guess we can, let's see. Can't hardly pick them up, they're so tiny. Guess I have to lick my finger. This was a half a one. It was upside the bottle, so we'll put it here to make it look like it's going behind the post. Let's see, where do I want to put this? I got another small half a one. And I guess we can take this other little piece of jewelry. Let's see, where do I want to stick it? Her coat. And I guess, as usual, she can have a little ladybug on her lapel for just another little pop of red. I don't think there's actually much to cut off. I will cut this off down here. Or either we're just going to fold. No, I can't fold it around because the front. So we'll just clip these two off. And I think I need to find something. I don't know what that is of yet, but hang on, I'm going to stick this right here for a minute. And we're going to flip over here to the front. I've got a hot mess going on here. Underneath my book. I hope nothing's sticking under here. But anyway. So. I was working on my book and I come up with a name for my book. But first of all, I got to put this on. This happened to be sitting up. I had was going through my papers the other day, wondering what to do with my 12 by 12s. You know, I revisit those from time to time to, you know, if nothing else, get inspiration. And it just happened to be sitting up in my room because I thought it was a nice photo. And I thought it was funny because when I started painting the front of my book, I painted it purple. And didn't know what for, but I thought, well, why not? And then when I turned around after painting it, I seen this wheel, and I thought, bingo, that's got to be the reason I painted it that color. But anyway, you guys know I got to cut that off. But anyway, okay, so put this little car on here. It's one of my images I was saving for another page, and I just thought that it would really go good on here. And then I had this, let's see. I was thinking I was going to put this, I want their heads to sort of be covering this a little bit. You know, just gives it a little more interest. You know, you always see magazine covers like this. Let's see. I'm trying to read this thing backwards. Let's see, put this over here a little bit. This one over here. And that's funny too that I said like Life magazine, and I'm putting this word life on here. But anyway, this is not the name of my book. Let's see, where's my credit card? Okay, so I had found these letters because at the time I said, what am I going to call my book? And then what would I use for letters? And I had this whole box here full of letters that I've used in other things I've done, where you have this here's like little cardboard letters. I believe this is from Tim Holtz. You know, it's just all different color backgrounds. The T, and then I had these little plastic letters, and then I had these letters like this that you can get Tim Holtz. You'll buy these little charms, and then you stick the letter on here, and then you'll stick the little plastic thing on top. Looks like a bubble, and then your letter comes out looking like this. And it's pretty neat. And it's like charms or however you want to use them. And so anyway, I thought, well, okay, I'll use these. So if I can find all my letters now. And when I first placed them on here, it had went down perfectly, but I said I'll never get them on here perfect again. Let's see. To move it down. Let me turn my light on. Let me move this down a hair. I may have to put something heavy on this once I get through with it. And put my trusty plastic on here. And not forget how I spell. And then, you know, this, matter of fact, this page here had a corresponding page that went with it with the colors in it. So that's why I just cut them up in squares. And I hope I can get it down. So if I have to move them closer, I just won't press them so hard. And I just put the letters, kind of let them fall on here as they may. Let's see. As you can see, the first word is endless. And I think this is going to be the kicker right here. Because if these don't go down right, then it'll just be a shame. Because there's no picking these back up, and this is a long word. And then again, it might not be a shame because 2 days' time, they may be popping off the book. And then I'll get my second chance to put them back on again. Oh, sorry, I gotta move my book back up now. There you go. Sorry about that. My book's kind of fat right there. Well, now they're all wanting to curl up since they're wet. So I will have to put my thing over top. You move it back up. I mean back down. This is going to be the name of my new book. Endless Possibilities. And I'm going to have to cut this off, but I can't do it right yet because I'm afraid it'll pop off. Okay, so after I did the front, I did want to shorten the name. You know, I didn't want to call it, you know how I said you're going to put something. So this is the name of my book. And you'll just have to, you know, it's called Endless Possibilities. And it was the something that I needed for this page. And I'll stick this little lipstick thing. And I'll try to add the EP into each of my collages somehow. I've got to figure one out for this page. But this one here, I can't even find it now. It was the middle piece to the Diane Reevely book. When I find it all, I've lost it now. I can't find my page. You know, the middle page that has, here it is. The middle page that come out of the Jumpstart Journal. So I said I'll cut an E and a P out of this and then color the lines in E and P. Just have to use your imagination. And I don't know if anybody ever noticed, but her little thing says, "We all love to journal," is in the middle of this. If anyone ever bought her book, it says, "We all love to journal." And then I put this little lipstick thing here. I think that kind of polishes off that page also. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I was looking around for this page and I happened to find this word. And let's see, letting y'all see where I got my letter from. And this P, let's cut it off from there. Daggone gnat. Want to jump in my video and try to steal my video. Oh, a gnat or a fruit fly or what? Trying to photobomb my video. You just never know who wants a piece of the action. No fly, you can't be a part of my video. Trying to move my chair up, and every time I want to move it up, the wheel wants to go to the left. Okay, so we're going to see how this works. I think that kind of works out. This will be my EP for this page, my Endless Possibility signature for this page. Let me turn my light on so you can see it in a different light. And I like how that turned out. I like it. I think I'll have fun with this book. And hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you'll hit the like button and especially subscribe to my channel. And as always, see you tomorrow.